Imagine being a doctor, saving lives, and then suddenly you become the patient yourself. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my little corner. Today, I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite books, When Bread Becomes Air by Paul Kalanithi. This book is a memoir. If you've ever wondered what makes life worth living, this book will leave you thinking long after the last page. It is beautiful, life-affirming, and heartbreaking. So grab your tea, settle in, and let's get started. This book is about Paul, a young neurosurgeon who was at the verge of completing his a life decade of intense training. And then at the age of 36, he got diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. And then suddenly, Paul went from treating the dying to confronting his own morality. This book was really emotional when I was reading it. It was beautifully written, the emotion in this book, the beauty in the darkness of dying. It's unforgettable. Paul's courage, compassion, and honesty shine through every page of this book. And Lucy's epilogue, his wife, was absolutely beautiful. The courage she had, it was full of love, insight, and humility. My tears literally ran over reading this book. This book left a huge impact on me because it's that kind of book that gets stuck in my head. And whenever someone asks me for a non-fiction book recommendation, this book is the first book that always comes into my mind because the key lessons I learned from this book was absolutely good. I think it's something that every one of us needs to learn. So here are some things I learned from this book, and I'm going to be sharing it to you with some example also from this book. This book wrestles with big questions like what makes life meaningful and worth living? How do we face death? And what does it mean to become a parent when your own future is uncertain? That is Paul asking these questions. And honestly, if you reflect back to yourself, I think it's every question that everybody needs to keep asking himself before, even while you're alive. That is something that we should always look at and think about. Here are the key lessons I learned from this book. Number one is life is fleeting. Cherish the moment you have. The example here is Paul shifting from a doctor to a patient shows how quickly life can change. And this reminds us to not wait to tell someone we love them or even chase what we want. Life is too short. Two, your work and passion matters, but relationship matters the most. An example here is Paul, even as a neurosurgeon, Paul realized that the moment with his wife and daughter is the most precious to him, and it is what defined his life. Three, face your morality to live freely. The example here is from a quote that Paul keeps saying to himself. I can't remember, is it from a book, from somewhere something? I honestly can't remember because it's been a while that I read this book. So I just remember the key basics of the points that I highlighted. But here's the quote. He always tells himself this, instead of saying, I can't go on, say this, I will go on. And this shows poor resilience and choosing life even in pain. And then lastly, number four, leave a legacy through love and meaning. Example here is Paul may have died young, but his words inspired millions of people all over the world, I myself included. So live a meaningful life before you die because your words will inspire others or your legacy will inspire others. Honestly, Paul's story is about transformation from a doctor fascinated with life and death and then to a patient who has to navigate the fragility of life in real time. Paul's story really touches my heart and his wife courage. The way she kept going, she was resilient, she was courageous, she was there for him from the beginning up to the end. And that her epilogue that she wrote make all the story more beautiful. This book is heartbreaking, yeah, but it is also life affirming because it taught me to slow down, appreciate what I have, and live with intention. So, if you want a book that will stay with you for a lifetime, this book is one of them. And if you have any book that changed the way you view life, please share your thoughts in the comment. I would love to hear your reflections. And as always, make life meaningful in every moment. That's it for today. If this book touches your heart, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and click the bell icon so you don't miss on my next one. Stay inspired, stay curious. Until next time. Bye.